We first alerted you to potential travel impacts out ahead of Thanksgiving last week, and as Jill and Lauren mentioned over the weekend, we're focused now on heavy rain and gusty winds. The biggest impact is really to travel. And while we don't really have much of a flood risk with this, which is great news because we've been so dry, heavy rain can certainly still cause issues when it comes to traveling on the roads, reduced visibility, perhaps some ponding, things of that nature. First alert futurecast for the rest of the afternoon and the evening, only showing a slight increase in high clouds later on this evening and tonight. We'll be back to partly to mostly clear skies overnight tonight, and then tomorrow afternoon is where clouds really begin to thicken up. As we begin our first showers tomorrow, as the first showers rather begin across Connecticut, we'll have enough cold air locked in across the high elevations of northwestern and northeastern Connecticut, where we may briefly see some snow or some wintry mix. But warm air surges in as this storm really starts to strengthen, and that will not only bring a period of stronger wind gusts and heavier rain later Tuesday into Wednesday morning, but it also means that the risk for any real impacts from wintry weather is going to be very short-lived, because this rain will end up washing everything away as temperatures spike. Here's the period of heaviest rain through Wednesday morning. By lunchtime Wednesday, showers are almost completely wrapped up, and rain, or rather clouds, will begin to slowly erode. It has been a very dry November. We've only seen just over a quarter inch of rain for the Hartford area. The driest November, outside of this November, of course, is in 2012 when we only picked up 4/10 of an inch of rain. But we do expect again to add to that tally on Wednesday. Here's a live look in our iCam here in Rocky Hill. Skies right now are blue. It is a little chilly outside, but otherwise very bright and sunny. A live look in our iCam in Torrington showing similar conditions. Not really a bad day to be outdoors. First alert live radar is Connecticut's only live radar. Scanning the skies. Quiet for now, but then again, that will change starting tomorrow. So overnight tonight, we're expecting temperatures statewide to be unseasonably cold. In fact, we could be talking teens, one of the coldest nights we've seen so far this season, especially in northwestern and northeastern Connecticut. Elsewhere, lower half of the 20s. So get ready for a cold night, giving you the first alert here that tomorrow you're going to need the winter coats, certainly. Clouds increase tomorrow, about 40 degrees by lunchtime, and we stay in the 40s even as showers develop later tomorrow evening. Again, we expect things to ramp up beginning around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and especially overnight and into Wednesday. And watch as wind gusts do the same thing. Breezy, certainly, as we begin the day tomorrow, and then we border on windy later on. Wind gusts will be back between about 20 and 30 miles an hour. Notice there's even a few gusts here that are over 30 miles an hour, with the strongest wind gusts through Wednesday morning, subsiding a bit Wednesday afternoon behind the front, and this will lead to a chilly start on Thanksgiving Day. So for all of the marathons and turkey trots going on in the morning, get ready for some chilly weather in the 20s and 30s. By the afternoon, we're still talking dry conditions with temperatures back in the 40s. So our first alert really focused on the impacts to travel Tuesday and Wednesday, because Thanksgiving itself is looking pretty good. Black Friday, if you're up early, it'll be in the 20s again, with temperatures back into the 40s for the afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're keeping an eye on. There's a risk for some rain showers at some point, certainly some differences when it actually comes to the timing of that, but we will continue to monitor. And you can always get updates in between on the WFSB weather app. We will have one final check of this first alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few more minutes.
Okay, so if you're leaving late on Wednesday, it doesn't look too bad. All right, thanks so much, Mike.